Authorities in Parker County say 3 men came to a home to rob a group of people and murdered them.
Victims' bodies were later found dumped in a creek. At least one victim was found with his head covered and duct taped. The Parker County Sheriff's Office confirmed today the 3 bodies found last week in Hood County are the same 3 people reported missing earlier in the week. Fox 4's David Santandri with more on the clues that led police to the suspects. David.
Well, Steve and Heather, it was a fingerprint which led investigators to identify one suspect. And then according to an arrest warrant affidavit, that suspect admitted to having involvement in the murder and then flipped on the people he says were also involved.
It's not a reality. This is a movie.
Tiffany Williams, her boyfriend David Walker, and their friend Robbie Head lived at this home off Myrtle Lane in the Granbury section of Parker County, where investigators believe the 3 were murdered during a robbery Easter Sunday. Fox 4 speaking with Everett Williams, a friend of the couple killed.
Jealousy, greed, that's what I think this is about.
According to arrest warrants, Tiffany Williams' niece went to the home Easter Sunday, but found no one there, the Ring doorbell missing, and the house in disarray. She contacted the Parker County Sheriff's Office. It began investigating and found large evidence of blood inside and signs gunshots were fired. Investigators connected a fingerprint at the crime scene to Trin McKnight. According to arrest warrants, McKnight, one of 3 now charged with capital murder, cooperated with investigators, sharing details of what he says happened. The 3 suspects, 27-year-old McKnight, 45-year-old Dennis Alexander, and 19-year-old Barrett Copeland, allegedly planned to rob the victims of drugs and money inside the home.
None of that is worth it, bro. Not a damn bit of it, man.
During the robbery, Dennis Alexander allegedly shot and killed all 3 victims. Alexander sometimes stayed at the victim's home, according to Everett Williams.
He was at the table with me, man. This guy sat across the table from me, man, and laughed and joked, played with me, man.
The suspects allegedly wrapped the victims' bodies, loaded them into one of the victims' own cars, and dropped them off at a creek 1 mile away. Their bodies found 4 days later, April 24th. Arrest warrants were signed on Monday.
And you take what punishment you got because you were sorry for taking my mans from me and everybody else in this world, man.
All 3 of those suspects charged with capital murder, $1 million bonds. They are being held in the Parker County Jail. According to that arrest warrant affidavit, there might be a 4th suspect, but that person was not named. We'll keep you updated if we learn more. For now, Steve, Heather, back to y'all.
Excellent. All right, David Santandri, thanks. President Trump traveled to Michigan today for back-to-back events celebrating the first 100 days of his second term. He has signed nearly 140 executive orders aiming to reshape U.S. policy on trade, immigration, and others, though the latest polling suggests some of that momentum may be beginning to cool off. Fox's Mike Emanuel reports.
We've just gotten started. You haven't even seen anything yet.
President Trump marking his administration's first 100 days with a rally Tuesday night in Michigan. The 45th turned 47th president's second term in office has been marked by a breakneck pace. His record on the economy now tied to his wide-ranging tariff policy. While some economists have questioned the approach, saying it will drive up inflation, the president remains confident it will pay off in the long run.
We're going to be doing numbers that nobody's ever believed. We'll be the #1 in the world again.
The White House's crackdown on illegal immigration has led to a massive drop-off in crossings at the southern border. Though critics claim it's reckless and needlessly harsh, President Trump says it's necessary to keep Americans safe.
America is a dumping ground for criminals no longer. They're not even trying to come in.
Trump's second presidency has also been defined by his push to slash the size of the federal government, aided by tech billionaire Elon Musk and the new Department of Government Efficiency.
You're fired. Get the hell out of here. You're fired.
The latest Fox News poll puts President Trump's overall approval rating at 44%. His highest marks come on border security, while voters' opinions have sunk on his handling of the economy.
If there was ever going to be a movie written about this 100 days, it would be how to destroy the world's greatest economy in 100 days or less.
White House officials say the president's focus over the next 100 days can be summed up in 5 words: trade deals and peace deals. In Washington, Mike Emanuel, Fox 4 News.
Fort Worth police say they are seeing a drop in major crimes in the city's West 7th District.
That's because the popular entertainment area has some new tools to fight crime. Fox 4's Dion Anglin joins us now live from Fort Worth with more. Dion.
Hi there. That's right. Police and West 7th business owners say the decrease in major crime is the result of several efforts working together. A brand new tool to create a safer West 7th Street Entertainment District in Fort Worth. Steel bollards to restrict traffic flow when necessary and maximize actual police officer boots on the ground.
They're in place and they're doing exactly what we thought they were doing, and they're also freeing up officers to do more police work instead of just traffic control in that area.
Major crime is down in the district, a 36% decline from this time last year. Fort Worth PD tells Fox 4 multiple enforcement factors are in play.
They're increasing their foot patrol, their vehicle stops, and their citizen contacts. That's allowing them to find guns, narcotics, and stolen vehicles before they can be used in a violent crime.
The West 7th is among the city's top destinations for nightlife. In recent years, violent crimes, including the murder of TCU student Wes Smith in September of 2023, and a string of other incidents scarred the district's reputation and put city leaders on a path to deal with problems like underage drinking, loitering, drug use, and random violence. Multiple bar owner Chaz Typala is president of the district's Bar Association.
Yeah, we want to have a safe, good time.
A new safety accreditation program will allow West 7th District bars and restaurants to undergo specialized training to earn what's called a Golden Lasso rating.
Just having a constant communication so we're all in the know.
Key staff will get certifications in areas that include responsible alcohol services, criminal and civil liability, security against drink spiking and crowd management, CPR and Narcan administration for possible drug overdoses, and active shooter response.
The Golden Lasso is going to let you know this is a safe place, and we're all actively trying hard to keep it a safe place.
Along with new tools and partnerships to lower the crime rate, police say the eyes and ears of patrons, visitors, and residents in the area are also key.
And when we're all at the table together, we can work together to solve these problems.
Now, police made another mention. They say there is significant increased lighting throughout the district for after dark. They also are changing things up with ride-share apps, limiting to a couple of spots that are designated locations for pickups and drop-offs. That's the very latest live. Steve, Heather, back to you.
All right, Dion Anglin, thank you.
For the first time, there are more than 7 million Americans living with Alzheimer's. That's part of the 2025 Alzheimer's Facts and Figures report. It was just released today. Fox 4's Sean Rabb has the report and its findings. Sean.
Clarice, more people coming down with the disease and an increasing number of family members having to learn for care for folks suffering from this ugly illness.
It's growing considerably.
The Alzheimer's 2025 Facts and Figures report shows 7.2 million people in the U.S. are living with Alzheimer's, more than 459,000 in Texas. Last year, sadly, 10,000 plus Texans died from the disease, and more than 1 million people in our state are providing unpaid care for a suffering family member. Tracy Denton is Regional Vice President and Executive Director, Alzheimer's Association Dallas and Northeast Texas.
These are Texas residents that are unpaid family caregivers, and what we try to do is promote and educate as much as we can for those, some of the unsung heroes, those caregivers of the people being diagnosed with Alzheimer's and other dementias.
A survey of adults by the association found a majority want to know if they have the disease before symptoms present and would take a blood biomarker test if it were available.
We've got blood tests that are getting better and better and really good at telling you who does not need a scan. So you can say, all right, at some point in the near future, I expect primary care doctors to have a blood test to say, you know what, you're fine. Let's not worry about Alzheimer's disease. We'll take a test again next year.
Dr. Sid O'Brien leads the National Alzheimer's Research at the UNT Health Science Center, Fort Worth. 92% say they would take medication to slow the progression, even if it carried a moderate or high risk. That, says O'Brien, is the key to developing drugs that have better outcomes.
And we can't even advance the science without people getting involved. And so now the community is saying, here's what we want. And as a scientist and as a healthcare, it's our job to say, all right, we're going to do this.
Greater awareness of this insidious disease, increasing desire to have every chance against it.
They want to be able to, if there's any medication they can go on, are there any clinical trials, any treatments, and provide their families with more time to prepare for the future.
Next week, the Alzheimer's Association, May 6th, will be in Austin for Advocacy Day, educating lawmakers about this debilitating disease and talking to lawmakers about what these family members, bound by love, the kind of support they need as they learn to care for other family members suffering with this disease that over time robs their mind. Clarice?
So much help is needed, Sean. Thank you.